We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition. Tanaka.
Day and age of small ballparks and guys swinging for the fences. Rock solid pitcher, does a lot of things well, and it'll be fun to watch him work in this one here today.
Now to the plate, Jose Reyes. He'll get us started in this one under the lights. And try and reset. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Trying to bunt his way on to open the ball game, but he misses it for strike one. And as the Yankees get started here tonight, guys, they come in looking to make it 2 in a row as they were winners last time out.
Yeah, Matty, I always felt like these were huge games, whether it's earlier in the season or later in the season, to find a way to get to 500. You feel like you can start fresh and start pushing in a different direction. You cannot continue to ride that seesaw of win one, lose one. This team has to get hot. Starts today.
Swing, and he pops him up. But this will land untouched. The 0-2 once more.
You have 2 strikes on him. He wasn't able to do it to start the game. Let's see if he makes the adjustment.
Into the box now, Mike Moustakas, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. The numbers coming in. He's at 255, 8 home runs, and 16 RBIs. That's taken. Now it's 0-2. So let's take a look at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Joe McDonald.
You know, you got to take your time and feel Joe McDonald out behind the dish a little bit. He has a tendency to move his zone around, usually settling in those middle innings.
You know, all you ask for an umpire is to be consistent. At times, Joe Mack is a little bit too inconsistent, particularly from a pitcher standpoint.
On to first, and Moustakas is hit into a double play. A chance here to check out the starting lineup for the visiting Pirates. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
You know, I'm hoping to see Mike Moustakas turn it around. He went 0 for 4 last game, and I just didn't like the way he went about it. Looked like they completely overpowered him, and that's not something we're used to seeing out of this guy. Hopefully, he'll be able to put that behind him.
And digging into the batter's box next will be Giancarlo Stanton. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Stanton on his way up to second. And he'll coast into second here with a 2-out double. That was not a good pitch, but he handled it nicely, guys.
Yeah, and the pitcher's got to wonder what he has to do to get it past this guy. That pitch was off the plate, but he shows great reach, gets good extension, and drives it for a two-bagger.
Next will be the... Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a fastball to start things out here. Not close. It's a ball and no strikes.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those two-out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
Boy, Dero, you touched it on it right there. I think as a pitcher, you try to get through that first inning and not have to show all of your pitches and empty out the bucket. That two-out double right now, he's going to have to buckle down to try to keep this game scoreless.
The set and the 1-1. Line to the right side. A leaping try, but it's out of his reach and into the outfield. And a relay home, and they're not going to get him. He's in there at the plate.
Hey, not an easy thing to do early against this good pitcher, Dero. Base hit and a 1-0 lead right away.
As an offense, they talked about this, wanting to get to this guy early before he settles in. When they grab their gloves to go out on defense, they know they got a lead on their hands.
Here's Carlos Santana now. He swings and grounds it to short. There is Crawford. Throw on to first gets him, and the side is retired. So it's 1 run on 3 hits, no errors, and 1 man left on base. We'll move on to the bottom half of inning number 1. Pirates on top, 1-0. Irvin Santana, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
This will be interesting. This guy won the NL Cy Young Award last year. He's a solid pitcher, man. One of the things he does, he throws the ball into the strike zone, and he's not afraid of contact. Solid pitcher.
Now at the plate, Cole Brink. Dero, Dan, we look at this Pirates ball club as they enter play here tonight. They've got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, this team has been playing really well right now, and this is case in point. Chance to jump out again to another 1-0 lead. They've really been doing that. They've been on attack, early offensive, almost ambush-like approaches to their at-bats, and it's working for them.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. The 1-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this is just going to wind up being a foul ball. Here's another 1-2. Now a swing, and he pops him up. This is right out in front of the mound. And he'll stay with it here as he puts the squeeze on it for out number 1.
Batting second, the designated hitter, Sleeve Heath.
Settling in now, Sleeve Heath. He'll get to take his first cuts here. The pitch. Good late break to the slider here, but he takes it in on the hands for ball 1.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. And now a good slider that doesn't quite catch the zone. It's 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Back-to-back sliders in on the hands. He didn't handle it real well at all in the previous pitch, so why not come right back with it again? Better job of laying off that one, though.
The 3-1. Takes a strike for a full count now, 3-2.
Your eyes light up from the offensive side playing in a hitter's park like this. Have to get the ball up to do some damage. I'm not mad at that tape.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch towards second, and this is taken for the out. In now, Miguel Aguilar, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. Santana gets the sign. Here it comes. Aguilar takes the swings from the right-handed batter's box, but he's one of those rare hitters that actually thrives facing same-handed pitching. One of the very best in the game, as a matter of fact, in that type of matchup.
Yeah, Matty, he does not leak with that front side. He keeps that shoulder tucked, stays inside the baseball, and it gives him every opportunity to hammer the fastball and stay on that breaking stuff.
Grounded to short. He's got it. Throw in the dirt, but a good scoop at first saves an error as this side is retired. So nothing happening this time around. Second inning set to go, and that'll bring up the former National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Swing and a flare hit toward right. Bruce coming on, but that's going to fall in front of him for a base hit. So the leadoff man is aboard to start out the inning.
Man, he's seeing it like a beach ball right now. Even his soft contact is finding holes there.
He's making it near.
Making it well the last couple of games. First pitch of the at-bat. Running now is McCutchen, and it's quickly 0-2. McCutchen aboard here at first with nobody out. Out in front of that one, but he stays alive and will do it again on 0-2. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
You know, that almost works like a pitch out there. Maybe you get the guy to chase out of the zone, but at the very least, it gives the catcher something good to throw if the man on first is on the move.
Throw over to the bag, runner back standing. High in the air out to center field. Brennan is right there, 1 down.
All right, boys, let's take a look at how the Yankees are setting up on defense today. And if you look at the numbers on this team, defensively, they're in the top 5, fewest errors in the league. Flashing the leather, picking and grinning. Keep an eye on them. They play stout defense.
Here's Neil Walker. Runners going. A pitch out. The throw on the pitch out pays off as he is nailed at second base.
Well, they guessed right on the first pitch out. Sometimes you have to wait a pitch or two in the at-bat to try that, but they must have had a pretty good idea he was going to be on the move.
Out in front as he rolls over it to second. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first in plenty of time, and the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. On now to the bottom of the second. The swing and a miss.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.